good afternoon, everyone, and Happy New Year. We start off our dating dilemma solved with a common problem that's encountered, I think, mostly by women. I encountered it on a Facebook divorced, remarried, and single page that I'm a part of, where a woman posted that she was so frustrated that men often come off so strong sexually with the first invite or the first reach out, getting very graphic, inappropriately so, and it puts a woman in a damned if you do, damned if you don't respond. If you don't respond, you're perceived as too good for the person, and they complain and blow you up on that. And if you do turn them down and you respond, you get the same kind of blowback. So you're really in an impossible position. So I said, rather than report or block or engage, I said, here's an easy way to make the guy go away. It's 99% guaranteed to work. I said, why don't you respond with this? I'm very embarrassed to say that due to a congenital birth defect, I was born with an empty scrotum. Thankfully, due to aggressive hormone treatments and a lot of therapy, I now feel kind of feminine. Unfortunately, most men seem to struggle to accept this minor birth defect and some of my sexual limitations, but I think you might be different. Well, this response got all kinds of laughter responses and emojis, but I was curious to see if it actually worked. So I met with a friend of mine and I asked her to pull up her dating profile because she was telling me the kinds of messages she gets are a lot like that. I said, let's give this a try. There was a guy who had immediately responded with an aggressive reach out, and I said, why don't we see if this response has any impact? She dropped it into the chat, and the conversation went from a back and forth, to the guy immediately disappearing without a peep and never to be heard from again. So, if you get a guy or a series of guys who are constantly badgering you and coming across sexually aggressive, interested in only one thing, and we know what that is, rather than take the bait and slam them or dodge them, come up with a response like what I just said. It could be empty scrotum, could be incontinence, and you say, but don't worry, I don't leak very often. Or you have a colostomy bag, but you don't need to vent it very often, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And the guy will apologetically leave, and you will not hear from him ever again over 99% of the time, guaranteed. Dating dilemma number one, solved.